She loves it.
before she meets them. Her words spoken free, no judgment beneath them. She dons a sundress in the dead of winter, but that's alright. She thinks pancakes are meant just for dinner, but that's alright. She takes her shoes off and runs to the water, and I don't ask why.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? So, give it a minute for everyone to hop in here. Solid day yesterday, guys. Solid day. Right, yesterday we were looking at this wedge here, and I said, we want to see this wedge breakdown. If it can break through these lows, we should see a push to this previous low here, 351.36. And look what happens, right? So QQQ worked perfectly. SPY, perfect breakdown, push to the downside, retested, ended up moving right back to the downside, right to the target. Perfect move. Perfect move. Okay. Traded Rivian. Tried to play a breakdown here. Took a small gain there. AMD broke this triple bottom. Huge support here, right? Support. Broke down and perfectly moved to the downside target. So that worked out perfect too. NVIDIA couldn't break through yesterday's high. Ended up just pushing right back down to this previous low. What's up, Kai? How you doing? Not too many setups today. Yesterday we saw a huge run, so Shop ended up breaking through that previous low again, and then totally continued to the downside there. Meta down 2.8%. Had earnings yesterday. Tesla had this kind of cup here. Blonde Broker was mentioning all day. Lower highs created. Every high was getting sold off. Apple down 0.4%, sitting at this previous support, this previous double bottom, right? This resistance, double bottom, acted as a support here. Acted as a support here. Yeah, if everyone can drop a like on the video, that'd be great. Would be great. Regarding setups, though, there's really not too many setups though today. Yesterday, the run kind of was the big move. What's up, Barkworth? How you doing? Let's see what else we got today. So I'm really only interested in SPY and QQQ today. Maybe AMD at this low. Let's take a look at the dailies. So let's reevaluate all of them on the dailies. I mean, NVIDIA maybe. Right, so rejected this trend line a few times. Let's clean this up a bit. We have this low here. Put the mag down. So we have this low at 409.8. Bounce right off of it here. We're getting very, very close. Let me remove this line and put it on here. And we're getting very, very close there. Right, I know a lot of people were looking at this kind of inverse head and shoulders, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Big neckline here across the board. So I'm sure a lot of people are looking at 409.8 for a breakdown. So, I mean, we could watch that for a potential breakdown, right? If I inverse this chart, a lot of people would play that to the upside, right? There's also a pretty big gap to fill up here, 366, which is obviously far away, but it's coming up. It's definitely coming up. AMD daily, you know, sitting at that low. Let's see what else. You guys have any setups that you like today? Need some more eyes on the market right now. Yesterday's run kind of, you know, had all the moves. Potentially shot for continuation. Looks pretty weak, right? That huge consolidation. Finally got that breakdown. All right, that broke down. You know, what are you guys looking at? What setups do you guys like? Anyone see any flags anywhere? Let's see meta actually. Look at this. So bounce once, twice, 3 times, and now testing it for a 4th time down pre-market based off earnings. So that looks pretty weak. I mean, next support below is going to be right around 286.79. That looks pretty solid. You're watching Microsoft? Tesla looks pretty interesting, right? Kind of tried everything it could do to hold this previous support, right? A huge breakdown, tried to reclaim, and now it's pulling right back. So you're watching Microsoft. Yeah, it's flat here. I like how Microsoft bounced right off that previous resistance perfectly. Now it's sitting right at this previous resistance. So that looks fine. Only thing is, right, the entire market's pretty weak here, so trying to play any upside is kind of off the board for me right now. I says there's no liquidity, no easy money from the Fed, plus high interest rates market is effed. Everyone's got a different opinion. Netflix looks pretty bearish, honestly. We have this previous support, kind of just sitting up here in no man's land right now. Amazon broke that huge support. Whoops. Broke that huge support at 123. Next big level is not until like down here, 114. So maybe we could take a Friday. Oh, today's Thursday already. Wow, this week's flying by, guys. Flying. Oh, you're watching AVGO. Let's take a look. Yeah, everyone make sure you're following Barkworth on Twitter also. He's got some great content. Follow the team. Follow the team. I could post this thing right in the comments here. He's got some really good charts, really good analysis. Make sure you drop him a follow on Twitter. What's up, Princeton? How you doing? So here's AVGO. Right, I'm looking at the daily and the higher time frames on most names right now because the short-term charts are kind of screwed up now from that huge move yesterday. So this is getting very close to that previous support, 842.82. If that drops down, wouldn't be surprised for the next move to the downside there. This support lines up with this previous resistance too. right? Resistance, support. So just a classic textbook move of old resistance turns into a new support. Now, if this gets taken out, we're probably going to drop down to down here, right around 810 or so. Amazon has earnings today. So another huge earnings after market today. Let's see, what data do we have today? Let me pull that chart up. Make sure I remind everyone. So Thursday, we have data pending home sales at 10 a.m. East. Here you go. So 10 a.m. East. So make sure you are aware of the data. So Nando posted in the watch list section that he's looking at PayPal. Clean charts he's been posting. Clean charts. So he's looking for PayPal wave 5. Looking for a big reversal there. Big reversal. What did McDonald's end up doing? So he's looking at this too, looking for a breakout. I would say wait until 259.43. All right, resistance, lower highs, higher lows. If that can break, looks pretty solid. You're thinking RCL, Royal Caribbean. I love these cruises. It's currently up 2.7% pre-market. Why is it up? It says Israel-Hamas war will ding profit. Did they have earnings? Oh, they just had earnings. I was going to say, no way that's making the stock up 2.7%. Yeah, I don't really like to play earning jumps though, but watch that previous support here as a resistance, 85.32, right around there. Let's take a look at VIX. So VIX, right, we had this wedge, broke out, pulled back, retested, saw a continuation every time. Same thing here, right? Broke out, pulled back, retested, continuation every time, just on a bigger scale here, right? Here's a smaller scale. Perfect breakdown. So today, let's redo this chart. So SPY, right? We had that previous support at 420.18. Let's go on the daily here. Plot out the big levels. All right, we have this previous resistance there. What do we got next? So big level there. All right, support, resistance. In between here, there's just a ton of levels. Trying to plot like the most important ones. We'll chart this one. So those are like the biggest levels right there. Now let's zoom in a bit. So previous support acted as a support. We created this perfect flag here. All right, resistance. We created this little wedge. All right, we broke down, we consolidated. Now we're moving back to the downside. And today, all right, 417.02 was the low yesterday. If we retest anywhere over here and start to sell off again, I would consider taking puts through it. So that's what we could watch there on SPY. QQQ, you know, the same exact thing, right? If we start to retest this previous support, we could take puts into that level every single time. It's a big level, right? It's a huge support here too. So we could definitely watch that zone as a new resistance coming up. Well, that looks pretty decent. IWM's up 0.25%. So that's that. NVIDIA is going green here. Microsoft's green, BABA, Coin. Coin's been extremely volatile recently. But anyone have any questions about any of these setups I covered? Alrighty. So I'm going to go set up the Zoom. If anyone has any questions, you could send me a message in the Discord or, whatever works. And I will see you guys on the Zoom. Good luck and have a good day.